Hey y'all, hope you're well. Wild times, but inspirational times. Today I'd like to talk about the Shambhala warrior, the sacred warrior, the prophecy. Just want to read this quote. The sacred warrior conquers the world not through violence or aggression, but through gentleness, courage, and self knowledge. The warrior discovers basic goodness of human life and radiates that goodness out into the world for the peace and sanity of others. It's a time where it feels like everybody is going insane. And it was actually a time that was prophesized 1200 years ago in Tibet. The prophecy was that the world would be in turmoil. There would be barbarian powers that rose with weapons of incredible destruction, where the very survival of the planet seemed to hang on a thread, and that there would be a rise of this kingdom. They called it a kingdom, like a movement of Shambhala warriors who would dismantle these weapons using the weapons of compassion and the liberated view of interconnection. So, as we're feeling overwhelmed, maybe a sense of loss of hope, remembering what time it is. It's really time to know ourselves. Since COVID, we have an incredible movement of meditation. There's more people meditating on the planet than ever. And the reason I started with that quote, I love this articulation that using our own self-knowledge affects the sanity of the people around us. I've experienced this in my life over and over again, especially since I've been teaching meditation and really working in this healing movement. We affect people with our own practice. Years ago, when I had to leave New York to maintain my 50-50 custody of my son, moved to Chicago, ended up working at a school, doing transformative and restorative justice. And this is a school that had been plagued by rape. It wasn't safe for kids to go to the bathrooms. They had a lot of violence and a lot of trauma, incredible amount. Kids were limping around, having bullet wounds, a lot of gang violence. It was just like pretty intense social dysfunction from trauma, collective trauma. And at the same time they brought me, they were trying to implement this meditation program called Calm Classroom. There was, little exercises, meditation exercises. The idea being that I would model these exercises, and then the kids would keep doing them on their own. And they did. And before long, you started seeing a difference in the atmosphere. These little 5-minute meditations were causing this wheel of change to turn. Kids stopped raping. That stopped. Violence paused. There was still a little bit of violence here every once in a while, but not like it had been. And eventually, there was such an incredible transformation. After a couple of years, they didn't need me there anymore. I didn't really have much to offer at that point, other than just enjoying my time with the kids, but they were not in a crisis anymore. They had self-healed and were on the path of self-healing from all of this time of introspection that they spent. Even just this 5 minutes at the beginning of a few classes every day had this incredible effect. So while we're feeling like our coworkers, our neighbors, or whoever we're feeling has lost their mind right now, our family members, instead of this intense othering, making more of a movement to reach toward and be with these folks, and let your own self-knowledge and the goodness that you found in your heart radiate on everyone indiscriminately. So this is where the prophecy really spoke of compassion and interconnected, interbeing reality. I really see this as a time of metta, a time of really shining the benevolence of our hearts and using that as an agent of change. So despair not, fear not. Dry your tears. We have a lot of work to do. But I think we're up for it, right? Let's practice for a few minutes. Knowing what it is to be in this body, feeling our body in our sitting posture or standing, feeling our connection to the earth, relaxing into the moment. This inward gaze this presence of being focused inward. Bringing awareness to the heart center. Knowing the goodness of the heart. This heart has guided us into good actions and kept us from harming others. Letting the radiance of that goodness shine inwardly, filling the body to capacity with golden light. And letting that golden light radiate outwardly on all beings without exception. May we all be happy and peaceful. May we all be safe and protected from inner and outer dangers. May we all be healthy and strong in mind, body, and spirit. May we learn and grow and cultivate love and compassion and goodness in our hearts. May we live our lives with ease, free from suffering, fully awakened. May we all be free. Thank you for your practice, Shambhala warriors, spiritual warriors, warriors of peace. Rise and take your stance again. See you next time.